Pines by Jason Isbell is capoed on the 4th fret and will be played in C-shape formation. Although this is not the key of C, this is technically the key of E. The first thing that I want to teach you about this song is the rhythm. This rhythm remains consistent through the entire song, and the way that I'm executing it is I'm plucking once for whatever the root note is, and we'll get to what the root notes are in a second, but pluck once down for the root notes, and then hit once down across the higher registers of the chord, whichever chord we're making, C, A minor, F, we'll get to those chords. But so once on the root, once down on the higher register end of the chords, and then a quick up and down on the higher register end of the chord again. And that would come together in a rhythm like Keeping that rhythm in mind, let's move now to the chords. The opening chord is going to be a C chord, a standard C major chord. I've got my ring finger on the 5th string 3rd fret relative to our capo. I've got my 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. I've got an open 3rd string. I've got my 1st finger on the 2nd string 1st fret. I've got an open 1st string. And that's pretty much the intro, is just droning on this C chord. The only thing, though, to add to it, to differentiate it from just a standard strumming on a C, is that you can hear Jason Isbell lift up his 2nd finger to expose the open 4th string from time to time. That sounds like this. So real slow. After droning on that intro C for a while, it then moves into the verse, and the first chord of the verse is a C major chord. And then it walks down to an A minor. Whenever I say walk down, I mean that you get there by adding in this relative B note. So you're moving, you're picking up your 3rd finger from the 5th string 3rd fret, and then you're moving your 2nd finger to the 5th string 2nd fret after the C chord to lead you into the A minor. The way that you're getting there, the way that sounds. Walk, A minor. The A minor is a standard A minor chord. 2nd chord of the song, open 5th string. I've got my 2nd finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, 1st finger still on the 2nd string 1st fret, still open 1st string, still strumming from the 5th string down. So after it hits the A minor for a round, it then walks down to an F chord. And whenever we walk to the F chord, the in-between note that we want to hit is that G, or relative G. Out of the A minor, you'll hit that note by moving your ring finger to the 6th string 3rd fret, and then you'll move into an F chord. So the movement to the F out of the A minor is going to be sounding like this. The way that you make the F chord is I've got my ring finger on the 5th string 3rd fret, I've got my pinky finger on the 4th string 3rd fret, I've got my 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, I've got my 1st finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, I've got an open 1st string, and then I'm using my thumb to wrap around the neck of the guitar and grab the 6th string 1st fret for a fuller sounding F. And inside of this F, just like how in the C, Jason Isbell would lift up his 2nd finger to expose a string, the same thing happens here, and it sounds like this. And that is the first round of the verse. It comes together sounding like this. C, walk, A minor, walk, F. Back to the C. And then it repeats that again. Whenever it gets to the chorus, it walks down out of a C. Jason Isbell is singing "Somebody Take Me Home," A minor, to those Alabama F chord pines back to the C. So the chorus comes together sounding like this. Walk, A minor, F, C, C, walk, A minor, F, C. So you get the idea on the chorus. And then Jason Isbell kind of sings these whoa-ohs, and that is happening in another dissension of the chorus, which is like a complete walk down from a C down to an F chord. And the way that you're going to be playing that is going to be a C chord, walk to the B note, A minor, walk to the G note, F chord, C, walk, A minor, walk, F chord. And whenever I'm saying walk, again, I'm referring to the in-between note that is bringing us to whatever the next chord is. Lastly, I want to run you through the electric riff that is being played in this song. I'm going to just show you on this acoustic guitar, but everything is going to translate the same to an electric. We're still going to be capoed on the 4th fret, and the riff is going to be taking place on the 2nd and 3rd strings for the most part. Take your 2nd finger and put it on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Take your 1st finger and put it on the 2nd string 1st fret. So 3rd string 2nd fret, 2nd string 1st fret, and this is going to kind of be home base for us. The riff is going to begin by hitting the 3rd string 2nd fret where your 2nd finger is and pulling off to expose the open 3rd string, and then you want to put your 2nd finger back down on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and you get, that's the first 3 little notes, I guess. The 4th note is to take your 1st finger, which you should already have down on the 2nd string 1st fret, and you hit it. So that's the 4th note. So after you hit the 2nd string 1st fret with your 1st finger, you then come back to your 2nd finger, put it back down on the 3rd string 2nd fret, strike it, and then pull it off. So far we've got and that is the part of this riff that remains constant. Everything after that little piece changes about every time it happens. The first time after you do that, you run up to this note. The 2nd string relative 5th fret is where you're coming up to. After you hit that note, it then slides up into a chord. The way that you make that chord is I've got my ring finger on the 4th string relative 7th fret. I've got my 1st finger on the 3rd string relative 5th fret. And then I've got my 2nd finger on the 2nd string relative 6th fret. And that is the chord that gets played. And then it goes back into, and then the next time it hits the 2nd string 3rd fret. And then it repeats that again. The next part that I play in the intro part of this video is not actually being played by the electric guitar. I just thought that it sounded good to connect things. I'm playing the descending root notes with an added 3rd. So what I'm doing, I've got my 1st finger on the 5th string 3rd fret and my pinky finger on the 2nd string 5th fret. And then I take that and I lower my 1st finger 1 fret and I lower my pinky finger 2 frets. this makes a B minor. So first finger, 5th string, 2nd fret, pinky finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then I pick up my first finger all together and I hit the open 5th string, and I take my first finger and I put it down on the 2nd string, 1st fret. I hit those 2 strings together. That's making me the A minor while the acoustic guitar is going to A minor. Then I take my ring finger, I put my ring finger down on the 6th string, 3rd fret. I pick up my first finger from the 2nd string, 1st fret, and I hit the 6th string and the 2nd string at the same time. That gives me the G as the acoustic guitar is going to the G chord, and then it goes back into, while the acoustic guitar is going to the F chord, the electric goes back up to its riff of. So that part right there was a little bit different from the riff that we played earlier. After the part that is the same, it first goes to 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then the same part again, and then 2nd string, 5th fret, and then repeat. And that hopefully will give you an idea of how to approach this Jason Isbell song, Alabama Pines.